Hello, peoples. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a wee bit. I'm feeling a wee bit tired. So, but usually when I get going with this, are we going to bother with a microphone? I don't think we'll bother. You always say it's louder without it, but and also it's been hot here today, but it's a wee bit chilly with that one, so we're going to turn that off. La la la. Will we check that the sound's working? It's been hot here today. Yes, sound is working. What else was I going to do? I was going to do this. Why aren't all the things fitting in? Oh, that must be one of the old ones. Wait a minute. Right, so I'm putting up if anybody wants a message, like a guaranteed one, but not necessarily guaranteed from the spirit world, although obviously that is my intention with Mediumship Monday. It can come from guides or anything of a higher vibration, basically. Um, just gonna see if this fits in. Here, everything. Wait a minute. And sorry if you're new, just going to get into all the stuff to book. Why is my stomach rumbling? I'm going to have cheese on toast after this, but I've not long had my nachos, which are fucking tidy. I've never really been a nachos person, but my God, when I made that yesterday, what was yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It might not have looked like, aesthetically pleasing, but it tasted good and it tasted even better today because I was like, I didn't know what I was going to have, and I thought, I'm just going to do that again. Uh, So yeah, right. So what are we going to do for the goal? Have I got the energy set? 10, 11, that would be midnight now. Fuck that. 2 hours. If I'm longer than 2 hours, fine, but I'll put 3 hours because if I'm having fun, it's just I feel a wee bit sick. It's a delayed time. It's like I have drank loads of water in that, but I feel more tired today than I did yesterday. Um, right. Uh, sorry, I know that's annoying with my nails, but hey, what you gonna do? Right. Okay, so if we hit that wee super chat goal, I've said everyone in the chat that speaks. Obviously, I'm not a mind reader. I am psychic, but I'm not a mind reader. Although sometimes I just like to be like, right, people lurking in the chat, this is your one. Um, yeah. So I put Mediumship Monday, Moon conjunct Juno, which actually, to be exact, doesn't happen for I think it's like another 8 hours or something like that. Um, but it's upcoming. It's going to be at some point before I'm awake. You know what I mean? Um, So yeah, I've put commit to what you're in for the long term. So it's very much continued from the theme that came up earlier. So I know some of you that, some of you might watch this one before you've watched the other ones, but if the messages resonate like in a big way and you're really in alignment with them, I would advise you watch the other ones. Um, it's not just for my watch time. And by the way, thanks, because I really do feel like I do feel supported for that because um like obviously I'm like showing up every day, and today this is the third time in a row, so no wonder I'm tired. Um with a 2 day hangover. Although like I said, I was actually okay yesterday. But yeah, people are watching. So I mean, I'm putting it out, but I need people to watch, and I do feel that. And also I was like, wow, I feel like we're going up in the world. But I think it was just because Mercury is like not far away from my midheaven. So um But yeah, the last time I looked, we had like 20 likes on that video yesterday. So either people really just enjoy the hungover lives and don't get used to that because I'm not going to say I'll never drink again because that's boring when people say that. But in my case, it's not like when people say that and then they're drinking next weekend, is it? It's like I'm not a big drinker anyway. And it's not because like I said, it's not because I was like really drunk or anything. It's just I just don't see the point. It's like I said, because I'm just going to monitor how slow I go this week with everything. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucking shattered. Um. Oh, and also they've just pulled my eyes to something. Um. Okay, I'll share that later. That's 30. It's yeah. It's like I just tuned in there, and it's like I just yeah. I think that's for later actually. Yeah, or later, maybe later on in the week or something, or later, right? Um. What was I going to say there? Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm like a half shot knife, but it's good. That's really good for mediumship. I don't know about anyone else's, but that's good for my mediumship. Because when I'm a bit tired and sleepy, again, if you've never been here before, I'm not the type of medium where they're beside me talking to me. A lot of the time, they just talk through me. That is not the case with all mediums or shamans, but because I'm both, that's what the spirit world like to do. So pay attention if I start saying something that feels like it's your loved one in spirit. Don't tell me things, but if I've said enough and you're resonating with it being your loved one in spirit, then let me know that, but don't feed the medium kind of thing. But I can keep people right. People again, there might not be people in the chat, but um, there's usually a few. What else? Yeah, so I'm just going to do a bit of collective messages, which I'm not gonna lie, guys, it might get a bit boring. Definitely boring for me because because it's the third one I've done today. It might just be. It's more than likely going to be a continued theme. Um, and besides all the stuff that cut, like the good, the bad, the ugly, it always comes out. It's what's really came through today is the seriousness about like your twin flame mission, or your like whether that is your own calling as a twin flame, or whatever you, and this is only for some people, what you and your twin flame are meant to put out there in the world. Or just like the energy that you'll emit from being together. It doesn't need to be that you're actually like, providing a service or something. But Virgo Sun is service to others, is healing, but the thing that swings me is service to others. Capricorn is karmic lessons. I feel like there's a lot of karmic lessons and karmic relationships closing out. So either they've already closed out or they're currently closing out. And because we're in an eclipse, it's tornado emoji incoming and lightning bolts and storm. And, it's crazy energy of change because eclipses always are. And then the lunar eclipse in Pisces on Friday which will obviously be all weekend, is about endings, and grief, loss, true love, mystical, magical, mystery, hashtag all the feels. So hashtag all the feels romance, but it can be hashtag all the feels crying your eyes out or shitting yourself with your deepest fears because Pisces is your deepest desires, which is definitely coming out in the cards today, but it's also your deepest fears. So yeah, there's all, and again, like I said, it could feel really weighty today because Virgo is reality and Capricorn is reality check, and this combination is very serious. Um, and then the bit that I've put in the title is when the moon conjuncts Juno. Juno is about marriage, like also can be like union with twin flames, and it's just commitment. So it's doesn't necessarily need to be about. Well, it does with Juno actually. I would say like it's who do you want to commit to for the long term? In some people's cases, you could have already committed through vows, marriage, buying houses, children, and stuff for the long term. And then you're waking up and realizing, oh shit, I don't feel like I'm meant to be here anymore. or in some cases I chose the wrong person. It won't always be that, but there's definitely a vibe, and we've had a lot of confirmation in that too. Um, and but for other people, it's like, if yeah, it can be from going single. That's funny. The only one that was round the wrong way was the spying card. Look, from some people, it can be like, going from being the observer to wanting to get involved, like going from fantasizing, daydreaming to being like, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm going to come out of the shadows. I'm going to do this. It's time to make it real. It's time to make the dream real. So again, you can see that's quite a mixed bag. And because this fell on me, I'm going to see what comes out here. Um, and they guided me to when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. So if you're in a dark place, hope maybe around the corner. If the star card comes out, that would be good timing. Um, yeah, but if you missed the ones earlier, the card that came out was Starseed, and it had something about your soul mission. And then my eyes had been drawn to soul contract. So very similar. And again, also Capricorn, like it feels like, serious contracts, signing contracts and stuff. That would actually fit for business because Capricorn's your call in your career. Like, you could be, signing. So be careful about signing big contracts and stuff. Make sure you're going over. And I said it all earlier. So if I say that, yeah, I said everything else that was sticking out to me. Right. What have we got then? I'm just going to do a wee bits and bobs of. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to light the sage because that'll give me a bit of energy. And say hello if you're there. But yeah, I basically said it all earlier. If you're getting hit with like, my voice went all shaky there. If you're getting hit with strong feelings of commitment, like, I feel like I need to get serious now. What is it I want for the rest of my life? Am I happy in the situation I'm in? Am I happy being single? Don't want to get serious with anyone ever. Might be some people out there, well, will be some people out there. Or am I happy in the current relationship I'm in, whether it is a marriage or just like committed in other ways? Um, Am I happy in the job that I'm in? Am I happy? Am I doing what I love? My calling? All these kind of, it's good to sit and think about this because when Venus goes retrograde in Scorpio, and then I think it'll go into Libra towards the end of it, but that is like October, November. I can't stand Venus retrograde. It's it's just a fucking shit show because Venus is again. I say this for the people that don't know, but most people watching may know astrology, but. Even if you know astrology, though, you're not going to hear the same things that I'm saying on other channels because I channel it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I'm looking at where the planets are, but the stuff I pick out is not usually what I see other people, other than the full moon and the new moon and stuff. But it's my unique spin on it. But basically, yeah. Oh, where was I going with that? I distracted myself by. Where was I going with that? I distracted myself by talking a load of stuff I already said. Oh, there you go. Right, I don't know what I was saying. It'll come back. If it's important, it'll come back. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing? I had a job interview last week, as I'm not happy where I am work-wise. Oh, there you go. So that was fitting with what. Thanks for chiming in there. That was that fits with what you're saying then. Um, it came back to me there and then it went okay. Okay, what was I saying? What was I saying there? It's on the tip of my tongue. I was talking about. Do you remember what I was saying there? That's terrible. It's just totally. Ah, Venus retrograde. Thanks. Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, Venus is love, but it's also like Venus is also money, what you value, who values you, who you value. I said that already. What you find beautiful. Venus and Scorpio is, one of the sexiest ones because Scorpio is the sexy sign. Um, but Venus and Scorpio, is extremely intense. Like it's, extremely intense. That's just what springs to me. Like if you've been on this receiving end of someone with Venus and Scorpio. It's extremely intense and kind of addictive. And if you have Venus and Scorpio, well, you probably use that to your advantage, I'd imagine. Hopefully, in a way of integrity, whether you're a man or a woman. We've got actually some women I know of in the chat that come in that have got Venus and Scorpio. But yeah, it's really intense, and depending on where it is in your chart. I have worked with a lot of people that have Venus and Scorpio in the 12th house. So those can be people that are suckers for um like wanting that soul yearning fall into you. Who am I? Who are you? Not codependency, but like, kind of like the after film, like I just want to be consumed by you and I want you to feel exactly the same as me. That kind of intent, like 50 Shades of Grey as well. Well, I'm not when I talk about 50 Shades of Grey, I just want to be clear. I'm not actually homing in on the sex stuff. Obviously, it's part. I am homing in on the romantic intensity of the connect. If you've actually seen these films, I'm just saying that because my best pal hadn't even seen it. And I was like, oh right, I thought you had. But it's like it is romantic as well. Like it's uh and he's very territorial, and that he screams Venus. That his character is probably meant to be Venus Scorpio actually, but it's not always like that because if you're not actually with the person you're meant to be with, um, I've noticed people could like and again it's not just I've looked at men's charts with this, but I've also had a lot of women with this where you could be more comfortable, and this is only if it's in the 12th house, like sort of longing after someone else and fantasizing about it because the 12th house and I've just got why I'm talking about this. I actually used to do 12th house Tuesdays. We might bring it back tomorrow. We could actually because I was maybe we could because 12th house is my favorite. But Pisces, the full moon on Friday is the 12th house. So yeah, you could get a bit lost in the sauce of the fantasy, like I would say the erotic fantasy or like the spicy fantasy, but not actually be with someone like that or that person in reality. And then you see there's a deep sort of not being fulfilled. And then that's kind of interesting because I'm talking about Venus and Scorpio, but now it's making me think of Juno and Scorpio too, like that. Um, so if that's kind of resonating, whether you're a woman or a man, and even whether you're a twin flame or not, it would be, it would be wise to kind of check where all that stuff is. And, it's quite enlightening, I think, are you with somebody that matches the description of what your Juno predicts you would be suited to? A lot of people aren't. I'm going to keep it real. A lot of people aren't. Um, and hopefully we're moving into a time where when I'm looking at couples charts, you're perfect for each other, but you know, not always the case. Um, but yes, anyway, Juno is in the end of Capricorn, so it's again being what Juno and Capricorn would be about, and that's for everyone, is like a global, a collective, like sort of focus on are you with the right person? Oh yeah, see what I mean? That's what I mean. That's just channeling through. Are you with the right person? Have you committed to the right person? And it might be taboo to say, but you see, even if people are married to the wrong person, there's no shame in divorce if you're with the wrong person. I've helped tons of people through divorce. Like, I've met people when they're married with kids with someone, but the main point being lots of women in this position, none of them are happy. They were all miserable and not following their calling and very stagnant energy, some of which might still watch. Others have moved on, following their calling, and yeah, and could be more proud of anybody that I've supported in that way. But the point is, there was obviously something wrong there if people were deeply unhappy. And again, this is all anonymous too, but lots of people, were numbed out, and being told they had, depression and things like that. And actually, what it was, who knows? The jury's out there. But was it depression, or was it you were stuck in a karmic situation with someone that you're deeply unhappy with? Um, so that's a huge part. Again, it's serious, but that is a huge part of my calling to, like I said, it's not exactly a nice part of it, is it? But especially when, as a person, I'm very serious about marriage. Like I'm, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I couldn't like, be any more like I wouldn't walk into something like that lightly. But I'm fair and objective, and because I've listened to so many women and men, whether it's through the chat or in personal sessions that have falling in, yeah, some people have fallen into marriages young. That happens to loads of people. Or you weren't spiritually awakened, and then you wake up and you're getting. Some people wake up and they feel like they're in a nightmare, or some people wake up. Most people say that you wake up and you feel like you're in a nightmare. It's because I've listened to so many people in that position. You know what I mean? I'm able to understand it from other people's point of view. It's just we're all different, aren't we? So there's no kind of shame or judgment in it and stuff. It's just it is what it is. But I feel what's the most important is life is too short for anyone out there to be miserable. And I've got so many people in this collective. They might not always be in the chat, some are though. But so many people, like I said, past, present, and yet to come, that especially if you're a twin flame, it's part of the journey. Like a lot of you will be already divorced or heading towards one or going through one or something. And, you know, kind of weird. How am I able to help people when I've not even been married, let alone divorced? But it's kind of like maybe I have loads of past lives. Um, but it's like it's the same, but like I've been single 23 years, but I'm an expert at helping people with their love life and helping people love themselves on their own and stuff unconditionally and it not be fake for it to be real. Because I've went from not liking myself to loving myself unconditionally. Because even yesterday when I was sharing about that's the first time I've went out in like 3 years and felt good about myself. I didn't mean like overall. Like I've always unconditionally loved myself and stuff, but it's like just it's some of my transits going on, like especially the Chiron conjunct my sun, which is it's coming back for me, guys. It's coming back for me like literally in a couple of weeks. So like, it's putting a real emphasis on scrutinizing myself and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I keep trying to get back to a weight that I was. And it's fucking me off, do you know what I mean? I'm getting closer to it. But at the same time, I do keep, you know what I mean? I felt really uh, I feel, yeah, I just feel comfortable, but I'm not the way I want to be. But it's, you know what I mean? I'm sure lots of people can relate to that. We gotta love ourselves as we are and all that. Anyway, I've been shuffling this for ages. What have we got? So anyway, there's just an air of seriousness in the air, and Capricorn's commitment to anything. So if you're going to commit to a goal, make sure it's something you want and it's long term. And oh yeah, they're making me jump back to Venus retrograde. Venus in retrograde will make you be it could drag you back to the past and the toxic past. That's the shadow part of it. That's why I was like love, whether it's twin flames or not. um I suppose that's a message for divine masculine, male and females. If you want to sort something out before that comes in, I would strongly advise it because it's just going to be a big mess. A lot of you could get pulled back to toxic exes, especially because Scorpio's sex as well. So anyone that's got sex addictions or player tendencies or anything like that, like you're going to get all the hoes of the day, male and female, coming at you. So new, old, you name it, it's going to be a thing. And addictions too, just addictions in general, so any kind of alcohol problems or anything like that, you could get pulled back into it because retrograde going over stuff. And um but the good thing is sacred sexuality came out today, and like I said, Scorpio's desire, it can also be taboo stuff and stuff, secret stuff, how, oh, I'm forbidden, it's taboo. um a lot of twin flames, I feel, yeah, if you've not already reunited by then, it could, yeah, you might not be able to resist the Venus retrograde in Scorpio, especially if you got Venus in Scorpio. um which, like I said, a few of the women in the chat that come in regularly have. Um, but yeah, even if you haven't got your Venus there, it's all Venus and Scorpio is sexy times, desire, secret, all that. But it's just when it's retrograde, I just think that's going to be a mess. So, but right, okay. And the Empress don't get involved in that. Oh, seriously. I love the blunt way I'm chatting, but yeah, it's like that's I am an Empress too. I am not a mother, but I have got very mothering energy, and people often mistake me for being a mother. And also, if you're new, channel Mother Mary energy a lot and comfort in, and and like I help lots of people that are way older than me, and some people that are younger than me too, and bring in that kind of nurturing energy. But it's in this case, it's like the Empress, the divine feminine, yeah, doesn't entertain third parties and doesn't want to be any part of that. And yeah, that's definitely the message. Let's see if the Empress comes out. Well, that's so funny. And yeah, look, it's not the Emperor, but it's the guy who's got his shit together. It's the King of Pentacles. So it's like that. If you think about everything I was saying there, and also, Pentacles about money, Capricorn's about money. This combination, Virgo Sun, Capricorn Moon, Virgo's about being a self-service to others and healing and stuff, and Capricorn is success, money, goals. Like I said, I've noticed people with Capricorn placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I suppose, as well, can be quite ruthless. Like they've got big goals and they're going to get to them. And if they're in the shadow, they'll step on anyone to get to them. So it's true. I've been on the receiving end of it a few times. But it's good if you've got goals and you're going towards them with integrity. But I've admired a lot of people on YouTube that, that it's just, they'll keep going. They'll keep going when everybody else kind of stops. Actually, Virgo people and Capricorn people do that. But those placements, it's quite very hard work and energy. But what we've got here is we've got a divine feminine collective and we've got masculines that are in the King of Pentacles. So it's not the Emperor, but it's serious. And also with that particular, because I just channel in when I look at the pictures, it's like, but again, it's God and the guy speaking through me. I say different things, but it's relevant. Sometimes I say the same things, but look, I always say with that one, he's got the steering wheel. Like nobody's manipulating him. Like he's in control of his life. And that was kind of coming through today, a mixture of people that are seeing through stuff. Um, so this could be like further on down the timeline, or I'm speaking to people that have already moved through something like this. Yeah, so look, not only have we got King of Pentacles energy, we've also got the Chariot. So fast action, fast moving action. Someone's that look, there's someone like, yeehaw, I'm getting to them before the Venus retrograde. Yes, I am closing out a karmic cycle because this is exhausting for the two of us before the Venus retrograde. I'm getting to my Empress before the Venus retrograde. I'm getting serious about this shit. Oh, yeah, it's time for a new beginning. Oh, what did I say? The star card, because it's no me, it's him talking through me. It's time for a new beginning. It's time to bring in the hope and healing in this connection, and it's time for a new beginning with my Empress. I might wait a minute. So I don't know how much more I'm going to do of these cards because it's just to fill out a bit of time. Yep, not confused about that. That came out earlier too. I'm not confused about that being what I want. I'm serious about that because I've been heartbroken. I've learned the hard way. I'm not confused. Shuffled and it came out again. That's where I want to invest. But it feels like it's just that group of people don't know if it's too late. Let's see, is it too late? No, wish fulfillment is still possible. 9-9 again, that came out earlier. Look, something's 99%. You're that far off 100% it being happening. 2012 could have been a significant year on your journey as well. 2012, 2013, because it was as time pulled me in. Yep, blocks are being lifted to the wish fulfillment, and it's time for victory. Look, the guy riding into the town, proud of the work that he's done. Got everything inside you to get it done. So whether that's about divine masculine going towards the Empress, the divine feminine, or whether that is about you committing to a goal that you've got and being serious, you're going to be success. There's the broken marriage. There's the karmic marriages though. Broken marriages, karmic marriages. If it's not a marriage, it's a broken union, as in you were in a long-term relationship with someone that's like breaking down because it's the devil. Guys, I'm shuffling, I'm cutting the deck. Like that's because there's betrayals. Oh my God, it's that energy again. So either people have already found out there's betrayals and painful endings, or you're going through a painful ending, or some people are going through a painful ending that's a divorce. When the secrets come out. And again, look, there's the full moon again. That's Friday's energy leading into the weekend. Like where people are not going to want to invest everything they've worked hard for. Don't make this yours if it's not yours. I always feel the need to say that. I've been saying that all day, but you'll just know if you're in that. Yeah, look, observing. That'll be that's the masculines that are observing. They're feminines. coming out hanged man. Here I come, baby. That's always what I do for that guy. He's like, I'm jumping on my bike and I'm coming in. And if it's not a bike, they're just speeding in like a knight of swords. Fast communication. And that looked funny on. I just shuffled and it came out again. Here I come. And again, that's fast as well. So it's like, that's late. Oh my God. This is why I love this deck. She thinks I'm gone. I'm not. I'm coming to get you. Now remember, oh yeah, look, I really am. Because that's fast travel. That's text, calls, turning up at the door. This is fast energy. Because I've worked out who is working against me. It was her, whoever that is. Money grabber. Broke my heart. Doesn't need to be a love thing. That could be like a friend or a family or something, but that always comes out. But I want to go where it's equal I said that earlier. Reciprocity. And yep, no happy families round here. I want to go where it's equal. I just said that. The Ten of Cups reverse was, yeah, I want to go where it's equal. 3 times in a row I've shuffled, came out. I want to go where it's equal. So when that happens, that's all that deck had to say. Um, let's use this deck. This has got a wee mixed bag. Right, let's see. Could you give us something that's not about love? Because I've read on love all fucking day. I read on love all day, every day. It gets a bit boring. If we could get something about the career call-in work stuff for some of the people watching, that would be brilliant. Say it out loud so you know. Also, people in the spirit world, come and chat. People that want to be in the chat, that want messages, come and chat. Oh, are they taking the fucking piss? Freeze a crowd. Whenever I've pulled that card, it's been in reverse. I think that's because I was talking about Venus retrograde. Be aware. Be aware, be alert. Lurking X's. Whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a twin flame or not, just be aware of what I said. If people, it's like kind of like if you've not got discipline and good morals. I don't even want to say keep an eye on your man or keep an eye on your woman. If that's the type of person they are, they're going to find a way. So sorry, that's my feeling on it. Like I would just keep an eye in general. Like, is that somebody you want to be with if you don't trust them? Or if that's you, is that the person you want to be? Do you want to be ducking and diving, sleeping with one eye open? Because if you do that to someone, it's going to happen to you, either from them or it's going to karma, it's karma. Because Capricorn energy is karma as well. Like summer, expansion, high vibe. So that's now. Well, unless you're in another part of the world. Signs, synchronicity, messages, symbols, divine clue. So right now, or whatever you deem to be the end, from now until the end of the summer, whatever you deem that to be, people are getting signs and synchronicity, messages, symbols, divine clues. Oh, is it that message again that frees a crowd? Why do I keep picking up on this? I don't like this, but I mean, we have to let it go, release, don't look back. Also, the rabbits to me are about sex and fertility. Look, there's a full moon. And that full moon is about letting go. Something frees a crowd now, and you're seeing all the signs about it. Let go, release, don't look back. Wishes coming true, full moon. This is what I channeled already. I kind of get this, right? Just to sort of break this down, if you're resonating with this, again, please use your discernment. It's public, it's general. This is not a personal reading. I know it can hit hard like it is. I've been on the receiving end of people that I resonate with too. You've got to come out Delulu. That's not total Delulu though. But you know what I mean? Don't go so into thinking it's yours. But it is it's if it's one person's, it's a theme for a group. So I'll put out this is a group that need to hear this. Um, because I don't want you to gaslight yourself either, whether you're a woman or a man. But I would say with the wishes coming true, full moon on top of that, it's like whatever it is you've got a feeling that frees a crowd, you're getting the signs about it from now until the end of the summer. And it's like, yeah, let it go, release, don't look back. Like, don't look back. And but it's like something you're going to be happy about it. Look, wishes coming true. It's what I said yesterday. It's like you're going to feel like this was a blessing in disguise. Like it's maybe you were, people can tell themselves all sorts of stories like, well, I can't leave this, it's the wrong thing to do. Or actual people around you can be like, oh, you can't do that. And so sometimes if you're with someone you don't want to be with and they fuck up and they cheat or something, or I don't know, they're just no more, yeah, cheating, whatever else would be like, lying to you about something really serious that might not even be cheating. Like some things are a deal breaker. Confusion, turmoil. Like, you see, I think that's people that are trapped. What do I do? What do I do? Spiritual awakening. And it's like, but this frees a crowd. It doesn't actually necessarily need to be sexual or romantic. It could be like, look, that could be a couple are arguing and your mum keeps getting involved, or your sister, or your dad, or your cousin, or your brother, or your best pal. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be you suspect somebody's playing away from home. Or even that actually looks like that looks like go to bed. Do you know what I mean? Or try to have some adult time. You're meant to be in your bed. Like it could be like a small cat. That's great. These cards are like not, well, I suppose I've had them a couple of months, but it's never came up right. I've not looked, but it does. It looks like a kid bird now I'm looking at it. It could be like a small child is not giving mommy and daddy alone time, or or like an adult child is causing trouble or something. I don't know. That's quite funny. Can be anyone basically, but also it could be, although the picture doesn't really, it could be you're emotionally cheating. Like you're not really here. You don't want to be here, or you're actually cheating. Do you know what I mean? Sorry. Listen, I just need to put my own. Do you know why it's worse? It's because when it's Virgo season, Virgo is about being very polite and helpful. And my sun, my raw and real Aries that delivers the truth at the highest degrees, sits in the house of Virgo. So I'm a strange mix, if you're new, of raw and real truth. But I try to deliver it politely and kind of give you a bit of word, but it's kind of like, there's not any really kind of easy way to say this. Like, look, moving on, relocation, closure, goodbye. Sorry, it's what's coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's like something frees a crowd, and whatever it is that comes out, you're like, actually, I'm quite happy about it. Goodbye, relocation, closure, goodbye. So whether you're that happy woman with your hair blown in the air, or you're a guy, I'm fucking sick of this. Your pals are busybodies. We don't love each other. We never did. Bye. Or I'm fucking sick of this. Your ma's a gossip. I'm away. I'm fucking sick of this. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Fuck. I've got a stitch. I need to. That's, I'm not seeing the person that's on the receiving end of this being unhappy. That's what I'm saying. And all this is going to happen in a matter of days for some people or weeks. I hope you've not gotten to wait till the fucking April the 15th. Maybe something happened on April the 15th. Um, heightened energy. I mean, like I said, I know that because my birthday is the 18th of April, and that's the last of Aries season, and it's very intense, and which is why people find me really. It's one of the reasons people find me intense, but it's truth. It's Joan of Arc energy. It's the truth, and like I said, a lot of people don't like the truth. And yeah, they got me to post that meme earlier about what did it say? It said something like my sense of humor may hurt your feelings or something, and it's like Yeah, anyone's could. It depends what your humor is, but if you're blunt, but it's also I'm more put it because Mercury's in the last of Leo, which can be a really fun Leo placement, but it is mega putting your foot in it. But I've been around people with Mercury and Leo, and it's just really fun. But it's like kind of like out there. But if you've been around people like that, it's you're used to it. But it's outrageous kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, days or weeks. Something's going to matter. Something's going to happen in a matter of days or weeks. And think about it. I'm sure people are working that one out. We're days away from the lunar eclipse. So unfortunately for some people, this will be hitting home. Don't make it happen. If this is yours, I'm just telling you what is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, it wasn't your message. But if this was yours, it's going to, you'll find out. You'll find out in the summer. You've been getting all the signs. Long enough the summer, no, you don't hear anyway. You're being told not to look back. It's going to help you out of that energy. Going to be a blessing in disguise, wishes coming true. Because you're like, freeze the crowds, I'm out of here, whatever that's about. Goodbye. Going to happen in a matter of days or weeks. Or it could be like as well, like someone's like, I had to get out of that toxic relationship. Everyone involved was in the relationship I was in, but I just wasn't happy in the relationship. Or freeze a crowd because I'm in love with you and I wasn't happy in that relationship. It wasn't fair to that person, wasn't fair to me, wasn't fair to you. Someone could be coming to your house in a matter of days or telling you that they've moved out or they're going to move out or they're closing a door on something. A masculine energy in particular is going to be giving that message to some of the feminines. Moving on in a matter of days. Masculine, it's pretty. Because you're like, I know my worth. It's like, that's what I channeled today. She's like, listen, you. I have waited a very long time. Years, decades, no months. Months is fuck all. But I've waited a long time, not just in this life, but in other lives. Would you believe Titanic is on right now? My heart will go on. So yes, although we may have a connection like Jack and Rose, or the old couple cuddling in the bed, you see, that's Juno and Capricorn. That's the moon conjunct Capricorn of yours. They were in it for the long haul. But so were Jack and Rose. It's just unfortunate that Jack died. But their love went on. Hence, my heart will go on. I'm not about to sing that, although I did love it. I used to rewind it all the time on the. I recorded it on MTV and I would rewind it. Well, that's sad. Just as sad as seeing it 11 times at the cinema. But remember, if I was going 11 times, my wee pals around me were going with me. Because I said to my best pal, I was like, did you came too, didn't it? It wasn't just, she was like, no, I did. Everyone done it. So weird. Because it was such a long film. Like, who's got the energy? I could never do that now. But the point is, if this is yours, you got sick of it. You're like, and again, if this is not your truth, this is not. But the way I'm channeling it is, I know you love me. You've either mega hinted at it, or I just feel it within my soul because I'm a high priestess. Um, and you were scared and you ran away, which I've had a lot of understanding for. Now Whitney Houston, I'll always love you's on. But I do feel I've been fair in this situation, and now like that message I just chat, that's for everyone. We all need to get serious about what do you want for the long term. And this woman's reflective of a lot of women and men. But I always channel it more like a woman and a man, right? It's just the way it comes through. So don't judge me. Just change the genders all you want. But it's kind of like I already got confused with masculine, feminine, and all that. But it's kind of like I know my worth, and you're good enough for me. You're always been good enough for me. What's not good enough is I don't want somebody that's gonna be for everyone else and not be for me. So if that's the life you're choosing, I respect that. I'll stay out your life like we've always stayed out each other's lives, but pick the right path. And in some cases, it seems and feels like you didn't pick the right path. If you're wanting to commit to that and stay in it, that's fine. I know my worth. But like the masculine's like, you know, doesn't look like the masculine's feeling like justice. So there's divorce energy again, legal matters, decisions. The masculine's like wanting to bring some karmic justice. Hot and cold for when they were hot and cold behavior. Also, see the rabbit again as well. It's given wandering eye. So remember, wandering eye doesn't need to be you're in a relationship or a marriage with this person. It could just be, yeah, we couldn't be in a relationship even if that person had said they wanted to be because they would have been going out acting like they were with me anyway. So, and then that's the feminines would be like, yeah, I love this person, but I can't be putting up with that. Fuck that. Fake illusions, yeah, that's I don't believe it's the truth, but if that's how that person wants to operate, that's how you can't change people. Or if you want to get with people that are fake illusions and all the glitters isn't gold, again, you can't control people. We talk. See, that's the masculine, Kim. We talk. I've got a confession to make. Hello, my little mouse that I abandoned. I actually love you. Sorry, I'm loving these cards. It's been a while. Not that long, but it feels like look, that's um what did I title it? Commit to what you're in for the long term. Yeah, yeah, look. And then days or weeks. Maybe I should put freeze a crowd on that as well. No, wait a minute. So, in a matter of days or weeks, but it's days for some people. And I know it's been coming through for a while, but again, there will be some people, things will have happened for some people. And, from when I was saying it, but we're still in the thingy of weeks from when I've been saying it last week. And this is eclipse energy. And I'm added days or weeks, a masculine energy, a group of them are going to go forward to it. Can we talk? I've got a confession. And the confessions are something about third party interference, whether it's romantic or whoever else, people around them, they're giving bad advice or blah, 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 all that kind of jazz. Some people are going to be like, can we talk? I've just went through a divorce and I'm moving out. Going straight forward from the cards. Can we talk? I've just realised every fucker around me is fake. I've been going through a legal situation that's nothing to do with anything. It's a parking ticket. I don't think so. I think I don't know. I don't drive, but you know what I mean? It's like, for instance, I put in the comments today, it was one of you that I'd helped with. We'd done a shamanic journey, soul retrieval for. It was an injustice with something to do with uni or college or something, I think. Because again, if you don't know my backstory, I had that happened quite a few years ago as well. Just complete injustice, and I tried to do stuff about it, and they basically got away with it. So I always say I'll get my justice through writing a best-selling book and let the world know what happened to me. But the world already knows. Just go and check my Facebook lives. It's still there. I don't know what the hell that'll be like. Fucking like I always say, it's probably got flies and shite all around it and that, like metaphorically, because I've obviously because I abandoned it years ago. But I still protect my stuff like that. I've not logged into it for like whatever it is, 5, 6 years or something. Same with like my personal one that I didn't delete it. I just logged out and never logged in again. And that was like insane amount of time now. That's got to be like 50, I don't know if it's 15 years ago, but it's something like it. It's a long time. Nah, it's not, it's like, I think it's 10 years ago for logging out of that stuff. Yeah. Or maybe even 11 and like 6 from I don't know. It's quite a long time anyway. It's not as long as 15 years, but I can't let go. Attachment, obsession, holding on. It's just popping into my head too because it's like it's funny when people are like, "Oh, you're on Facebook and that," and they don't believe it. I'm like, "No, I'm not just saying that. I really haven't." Like, uh, but yeah, this is the masculine energies that they've gotten it. They've formed a deep attachment at some point, possibly even an obsession, holding on, can't let go, which is why some masculine energies make it look like I've not gone into. Well, actually, it's why some yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, it's why some masculine energies create an illusion that they don't give a shit, or put you in competition with others, or in some cases, actually create an illusion that there's someone else they're bothered about, and maybe they're not. Like, as in, like, somebody could be with someone, but they're not actually that into them. Or sometimes I think people can make it look like they're with someone and they actually aren't or weren't, which I've said before is not a nice thing to do. New arrival. Okay, I think that's clearly telling a story about when you play with fire, you can get caught up with new arrivals with karmic energies. Full moon moment. Emotions high, release, realization. But look, that's the feminine. See, this is the feminines having huge realizations about what do you want to commit to for the long term? Do you want to commit to a life of hanging around waiting to see if a masculine energy is going to grow up? Oh yeah, that's quite harsh, but that is true as well. Like it's fucking just flew out. That's what I mean about Mercury and Leo. Whether you've got it, but Mercury's in the high degrees of Leo. It's the truth that, I said this earlier, but Mercury at the highest degrees of Leo, right, conjunct the South Node, which is past life karma, past lives, but also in the past, and it's release the past. Um, so if your past has currently been waiting to see if somebody's growing up, going to grow up, and then maybe you've waited a long time and then you've had bits and bobs of confirmation. No, this person ain't changing. Like, but we can see actually that some are because we've already read that bit. But if you've not got any tangible, real evidence in the physical, because that's what this combination just now is about. Um, yeah, you're having huge realizations about do I want to commit to this life? No, I want to be in a relationship with someone where they're just as serious about me, where we can have wishes coming true moments and happiness. And I don't ever want to worry about that again, like fake illusions and freeze a crowd and interfere in anyone. Um, I never want to hear the term third party ever again in any context. It just annoys me. Look, I want to be with my masculine energy. Now now I want that as a thumbnail. That's came out earlier today. It would be better like that, eh? Look, masculine, feminine energy came out in mother cards today. Can we talk? Wait a minute. If you're new, sorry, not sorry. This is what I do. I swap out. I'm like kind of like, what do I do for the thumbnails all the time? Look, in a matter of days or weeks, someone's going to be like, can we talk? I've realized this is what I want, or I want to start. So can we be friends? A minute. And hello, I never know how to say your name, Mayor Mohod. Why did you take away your hello? Right, so we'll shuffle these again and see what comes out, but just bear in mind. Oh, yeah, as well. Look, full moon moment, emotions high, release, realization, fake illusions. That's what this full moon on Friday is about. So a lot of people are going to have a huge realization Friday onwards, and it lasts, eclipses, energies last for 6 months or longer. It's like, this is not what I want. I've been living an illusion. I want to never look back and get out of this, whatever you're in. I ignored the signs because the signs card fell upside down. What else? Magic and manifestation. Yeah, it's time again. With this energy being about reality, everything I do it for you. Is this? It's not romantic songs. It's best-selling movie songs. So that reminds me of that card that came out earlier. Everything I do it for a future. It's time to magically manifest this. Wish is coming true around the full moon. So you see, that's the energy of if you're not in the drama of like a karmic breakup or karmic friends or whatever it is, something karmic, something that's need to be released. Um, you could be, yeah, you're suddenly in union, or you're suddenly this person wants to talk, this person wants to get to know you again. It depends how fast or slow you want to go. Time to celebrate, that's union, because anything that says celebrate to me is union. So yeah, it's time to celebrate. Um, it's well, I'm too honest. I'm not gonna lie. Celebration and dating, but it's in reverse. Why is celebration and dating in reverse? Someone's getting out of a relationship. So again, this is for a collective people that they've been dating the wrong person and new doors are opening. And again, could have even been living with someone, but yeah. moving house again, going through a spiritual awakening. Or someone could have moved out from with someone in the spring, new beginning. This person's mesmerized by your eyes, dreaming, fantasizing, must like your eyes, or you like their eyes. Twin flames like each other's eyes. So fuck off. I love it how when I get the perfect thumbnail, I'm like, soul mission, purpose, path, awakening. I mean, as much as I love those other cards, I've put them away. That's what I've put in the title. Gaslighting. Look, there it is. I'm gonna. He wasn't. See, he wasn't too far away, and he was in the deck with "Can You Talk?" Confession. Within right, look, I shuffled them, and they're still all together. Days, can we talk? Masculine energy. Some masculines have got small children because we've got new arrival behind that, but that could be they're the new arrival. That's a very different message. Um, yeah, look, soul mission. Some masculines want to talk about the soul mission because they're awakening. That's what came out earlier. That's quite straight to the point. Oh, where's the feminine? I need the soul mission card on the. Yeah, gaslighting, heartbroken, denial, mind games, emotional control, grief, shock, emotional pain. Someone's in a very toxic situation there. A lot of gaslighting going on. People that shout at them, like the wee fox is shouting at the rabbit. Fuck that. Sorry, that's what I mean. I'm just like, hey, I'll stay impartial, but wouldn't it be me anyway? Twin flame journey. Oh, sneaking around, secret love affair. That's not very good coming out together, actually. Twin flame journey, sneaking around, secret love affair. You see that? Remember when I said emotional cheating? Although that's a wee fox looking sad, and I mean that's a sad card because it's like the wee fox has ran off with a rabbit, and bear in mind the rabbit's about sex and fertility. It's like, but more like the fox would eat the fuck rabbit anyway. But we'll get out of the literalness of it, Claire. But it's like that actually could just be someone like I know who you really love. It's not me. You know that could be quite sad actually. But I mean, if the person's toxic, then I mean it's still sad, even though, but you know what I mean. But I'm just saying it's not always that like that. It's it's not fair if it's. Where's the card? But I'm just thinking about, because it's mediumship Monday, this could be a way of people's loved ones in spirit, like that wording's really specific. Feminine energy. And then look, this is think about the order. Some people are getting out of a relationship and coming forward with a romantic gesture, a Richard Gere moment to the twin flame. Something didn't pay off whatever they were in before, whatever that means. If they chased money and the love was connected to money, there's regret, sadness, and guilt about that. They took a gamble and it went the wrong way because that was in reverse. They've been healing after that. Regretful that they were blocked and cut out from your life. Things are falling apart. Change, endings, rebuild. Everything's basically went to shit with whatever that was. And then the person had to look closely at, fuck, I'm feeling that in my head. They're doing something weird to my head. When I feel things in my body, it's like that's someone's consciousness expanding because it just feels like my head's going like it's hard to explain. Look, I chose a karmic feminine. Soulmates, past life, true love. Someone could have someone could have felt drawn to a karmic person because they've had a past life with them. But I share this all the time. You've got to be careful with that. I've met people in life where, they're attracted to me and I'm attracted to them. But again, and I don't expect everyone else to be able to do this. Some people can, but I believe it's God telling me that. My guides are like, you're not meant to go there again. This is a test. Where you see it as the devil throwing you a test to try and trick you, or it's like this temptation, and it's the kind of karma that you're going to get wrapped up in there is not worth it. Um, like I've had many things like that happen over like for years, but it's yeah, in this case, feminine energy in reverse. soulmates, past life. I do feel that is the case. Somebody got pulled back to someone from the past to clear that karma, but it's not true love. And if anything, it's awakened the true love for the divine feminine. Would the real Slim Shady please stand up? Would the real divine feminine please stand up? Right, where have I put these cards now? So wait a minute, where have I put the soul? Oh, there it is. Right, this one needs to go on because that's so specific with what I've. Can we talk about as if someone's going to say, "Can we talk about the soul mission?" But it's kind of like it's. But I doubt, like, look if if your person talks like that, then good luck keeping a straight face. But it's more than likely going to be, can we talk? Like the little, can we talk? Can we talk? Or just turn it up, Depends how your person goes about things, but just be prepared. In a matter of days or weeks, some of you, this message will make sense. Because it's just very song for a vampire. Is that the No More I Love Yous? But you see what I mean? Someone's been around an energy vampire. Oh, good one, Claire. You get the thumbnail. Can you read the main card? And my hair's all over the joint. Um, the hair's not the important part, but um, maybe I can hold. Fuck off. Just want to get soul mission. Don't. Yeah, look. Can we talk? Can we talk in a couple of days, or can we talk in a couple of weeks when this clears up? Like, I don't know, something like that. And it's just very eclipse kind of energy, expect unexpected. You can't. Oh, come on. That is not fair. You can't read soul mission. Oh, fuck. I might just use that anyway, but you can't read. You can't read soul mission. But anyway, the point is, you know what it says. And that's what I was saying fits with when the moon conjuncts Juno. Which is obviously it's not a long transit, but it's just going to intensify the energy a little bit. And it could really depend on where your Capricorn placements are and stuff. Um, sorry, I'm just texting back my neighbour because I've got my wee pal again tomorrow. So I think I probably, unless I'm really, really tired, I might go live again tomorrow and then I'll just have Wednesdays a big rest where I don't leave the house because I've walked a lot today and then I'll walk her a few times again tomorrow. Wait a minute, actually. What days were meant to be hot? Sometimes I stay in on those days, but you know what I mean? I'm like, because the sun's going to go away, I'm like, oh, Wednesday's actually meant to be 21 and tomorrow's 8. Well, anyway, like I said, I'll probably let it rain. Anyway, we are in Scotland. Yeah, I don't know. If nobody's coming on, I might just fuck off, to be honest. Maybe doing the mediumship when there's nobody here. Um, I won't go yet. We'll use these. Let's see if some of the same cards come out again. Mm. Okay, let's go like so. With what are well, well, that's a good question to be honest. Let's just see some of the same cards come. What the group of masculines that are going to be contacting people in a matter of days. Then I'll do weeks. What is it they're going to be saying? And then let's see if some of the same cards come out. I made the wrong decision. I sacrificed this love. I'm exhausted, I'm giving up, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm just channeling. I think this is, and I want a new beginning with you. Beginning, innocent, spontaneity, a free spirit. Like the way I'm looking at it now, I've sacrificed. everything I've actually wanted, which was to be with you. And now I'm really overwhelmed and I want a new beginning. But do you? Now, why is this? This message is coming through a lot today. Now, it's either I listen to my mum because we've got the Empress in reverse. I let go of you. I'm exhausted and fed up, or I've been exhausted and fed up because I know it was the wrong thing to do. I want a new beginning with you. I got bad advice from my mum. Or I made the wrong decision and I stood by someone I've got a child with, or like children, which is never the like that. Again, I can't be bothered getting into all that because that's a difficult one. Where it becomes, I feel most people do that. Not everyone, mind you, but to forever trying to make that to work when it's not, yeah, staying together for the kids is fucking toxic if you're trying to do that and it's not working and it's getting worse and worse and worse. But it does look, that kind of combination does seem like I sacrificed this special connection with you. It's exhausted me. All I want is a new beginning and another chance with you because the rainbow is the hope. But either a mum or a mother of a child got in the way. Maybe it's both. Like, you know, when people are like, you have to stay with them, they're the one you've got kids with. Instability, silence, confusion, repressed. So I had to repress my emotions, repress a bit. It's like, but that card's also the hidden enemies card. Hidden enemies, fear, illusions, deception. So secrets are coming out. That's a mother energy working against somebody. And that can just be somebody felt like they had their best intentions, but it's more sinister. Control, but yeah, look, I think it's giving control in mum energy. Look, control, will, success, action, war. Lack of progress, procrastination. Like again, I think so remember that's just like one, it's not one person, but it'll be one group of people. Someone had a habit of procrastinating and not being able to make a decision, and it looks like someone's controlling mum has stepped in there and given their input. And then someone's saying, I shouldn't have done that because like I was totally in love with you already. Love, new relationship, compassion, creativity. Concealment, isolation, withdrawn. Basically, this person hasn't been the same. So it doesn't matter whether this was like not that long ago or years ago. Like this person, has not been the same. It's kind of, it feels like it's like was able to run away from the truth for a while, or maybe even a long time, but now they can. And then look, I can't get away from this card looking like this. Because I really don't even know what that's about. Maybe that is why they've done it. I don't think this deck came with a wee. Actually, there's the box, but I don't think it came with a wee book. I think maybe it did actually. But anyway, but maybe that is what it is because it's like, I mean, there's a lion screaming in that lion's ear, and that one's just like no giving a fuck. So whether that's God knows. But anyway, I keep seeing it as someone standing calm in the face of chaos. So, you know, earlier when I've channeled that, I'm saying that's like a karmic energy and you're standing in your power. But now that might be someone's mum and you're holding your own where you wouldn't have in the past. Yeah, look, a King of Wands, like, I don't care what you say, this is what I'm choosing. Natural leader, visionary, long-term success. And you know what I mean? What do you want for the long term? And if you want it for the long term, you got to make it your own choice. You can't make it your family's or your friends or anyone else because it's your life. And one day these people are not going to be around. Power moment. So that is very specific. Someone's masculine's telling their mum, lose yourself. Lose yourself is that not that is, isn't it? You only got one shot. You know what I mean? hands sweaty, spaghetti, blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Basically, you've got one shot to get it right. Sorry, I'm not laughing at it. I'm just laughing at the time of the song. Someone's like, I fucked it up because I listened to my mum. And hello, here I am. I'm not listening to my mum now. I've told her, I don't know about telling her where to go, but I've told her not to get involved. Adversity, deception, upheaval, chaos, revelation. Well, and it looks like the mum's not happy. But bear in mind, I'm saying the mum, this could be like someone's ex or something. Do it all, carried burden, delegation, release, but I'm not giving a fuck. I chose the wrong path in the past and it ruined my life. I'm choosing the path. I chose the tornado path before and it ended up in burden building tower scenarios. So thanks, mum. Sorry. Please don't take that on board if your mum was like, because bear in mind, I'm laughing because I'm thinking some people's mums could have been like, no, don't go towards that person, like as in the karmic person. But some people's mums would have been like, stay in this, that's the one to go in, don't go to that one over there. Like, so it's, you're going to know for your situation, but that's clear. Somebody chose the tornado, the tower moment. Whoever's ended up being a nightmare. And now they're like, I make my own decisions about my own life. And I don't care what you've got to say. But yeah, I could see how that could be a mum or an ex. Like someone's ex, it's like, we've got a kid together, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Somebody that's trying to control you. And this guy's like, I look after my kids. I respect you for being the mother of my child, but it's my life. And I get to choose where I have the Ten of Pentacles and where I share my energy and my investments. All I need to do is look after my kids. Again, all the stuff about kids is coming through because Mercury's in the last of Leo. Leo is children. Makes sense, all this is coming through. Wealth, financial security, family success. Anything else? Yeah. And avoidance, internal turmoil closed off. But Five of Wands in reverse can also be putting this behind them for union. A union they want to invest in, possibly even a marriage. So whoever that is, it might not be that somebody got into a marriage with someone. They just were in a long-term connection and definitely would be stuff to do with children. And now this person wants to invest in a serious commitment. Like, so it doesn't need to be a marriage, but they are married and dancing on that card. Celebrating a union they want to be in. Unless it's invested in the wrong marriage and now I'm getting out, I don't want to put the hard work in. It's a very different message coming out of Hermit mode. But again, like I said, if that was yours, you can let us know. But let's get another one, see what a different message is. Actually, let's use some oracle cards with that. Oh, look, shit. Oh, some of those cards were sitting there. Look, I want to kiss you, but let's be fair and put it back. Oh, you went, and I miss kissing you. Oh, that's from when I done it before. Some of those cards weren't in the deck. Look, yeah, look, fairy tales breaking down. Phony, trickster, illusions, fairy tale, trap. Oh yeah, look, that trap. These are from before, but that's relevant because they just. Oh, and they were no using names. I can't even bother using those cards. No thanks, not tonight. Um, let's see what to go with that because I don't. I'm just wondering if there's any cards about. Where's that deck that's got because that's what came out. There's a deck that's like actually says something about mother healing. No, I don't know where it is. Don't think there's anything like that in this. New doors are opening, new home. Yeah. So that is clear. That's definitely something like I took bad advice from family, but that's specifically coming through as a mum, and now, new doors are opening, or I'm actually moving house, working on it, planning. It's about to pay off, coming out of regret, sadness, and guilt, healing. Wait a minute, that's the same. Well, yeah, tower moment was there too. What's just leapt out? Luck is on your side, good. Yeah, look, someone's coming in with good news. Well, I don't know if that's all particularly good, is it? It's not the best, but it's like, what's. Let's look at the positive. I think what the positive is there is somebody has taken back their own power and not letting their mum tell them what to do. So that is a great thing because a lot of people of all ages, yeah, never get out of that. Um, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be significant. So we're just left Leo season. So sometime building up to Christmas could be significant. Unchained melodies just come on. Whoa, my love, my darling, I hunger for your touch. Hello. You know what I mean? Somebody's hungry for you. Wanting to magically manifest it because things are taking time and they don't want it to. They're jealous of who you might move on with. Jealousy, insecurity, fear of loss, comparison. Or somebody tried to make you jealous because on that card, the wee woman's like, I see what you're doing, and it's not on. So I won't fucking look. Career shift, work, change, calling. Yep, you see, that's in line with what I've said about the Capricorn moon and the Juno. You know what I mean? It's like someone could be like, I'm not happy in this job. Time to celebrate. Yeah, look, I fucking left it. Shit. Going to do what I really love. Or woohoo, I'm divorced. Or woohoo, I finally got out of a toxic relationship. I'm going after my chemistry, twin flame. There was always a spark there. Spark, attraction, magnetic pull. Time to celebrate. That's so interesting, right? They just pulled me up to this telly and you know, I'm just noticing because that's a movie thing. Wait a minute, I always say that and I don't watch, but I'm going to record that because it's like films. In Ghost, remember that, you know, it's obviously, if you've not seen it, spoiler alert if you don't want to hear this, but also that's funny with the Mediumship Monday because it's got the mediumship in it. But they are a really hot couple in that fit. Like, you know, what I mean, they're a beautiful couple. And I mean, again, like the 80s, 90s films, like everyone else, I watched it far too young. But remember, it starts off and they're like a really lovely, you know, and just a lovely couple. And I always it used to upset me, obviously it still does, but I'm so sensitive. It used to upset me when I was younger and I understood it, that it's like, what a C word. You know what I mean? Like, he's maybe his best friend. And not only does the best friend put a hitman out on him and it succeeds, he then tries to get on with his wife. Like, have you no shame, basically? Do you know what I mean? But and it was all for money. And I remember even understanding that when I was really young. Like, but it was more obviously the fact that, like, you know, getting rid of somebody is bad enough, but it was the fact that it was like I've always, any film I've ever watched from a young age, I always understood how bad that was. Like, but that was his best friend. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the you know, I've never lost that innocence. I mean, that's why I still talk like that too. I'm like, if your best friend that does that to you, that's not a best friend, whatever gender you are. Get rid of them. Like, and yeah, I know there's some scenarios where people do that to people and then they really do regret it and they learn the hard way. But you know, yeah, I just, yeah, there's not a lot of scenarios where I think people should be letting something like that back in their life. But it's just occurring to me there that you know, that is what happens. Like, betrayal on at all levels. Like, and it was more well, hopefully the bit we're picking up on here is that it's like a close person going after your, you know, well, your wife in that case, or your person. Like, and it might not be actually doing anything about it, but somebody could, you know, be attracted to them and then not wanting you to get them or something. So I don't know how that fit in, but it's just the song's ended now. Now it's Show Me Heaven. But you know what I mean? It's like an illusion. Like, obviously that, what's his name? Sam in the Patrick Swayze believes that, oh, I can't remember what the horrible guy's called, but believes that that's his best friend that I think he worked with as well. And then also it's like when that guy tries it on with Molly, I can't remember what happens. I can't remember if she's quite vulnerable and she actually does kiss him for a bit, and then she's upset and she's like, "What are you doing?" Do you know what I mean? And it's just, I remember being like, "That's horrible." You know, oh my God, guys. I knew it. I knew they were getting me to channel it. Like, look, please, like, this is, I'm actually just feel like, fuck, peace out, I'm gone. I don't like this, right? I like it if it's going to confirm something, but I knew when I was saying that, it's what I'm homing in on is I'm just telling you the film. That is the guy. Watch it if you want to watch it, but like I said, if you don't want to watch the film, you've never seen it, you can't remember, It's Patrick Swayze is married. I think they're newly married. They've moved in an apartment. They're really happy. They're on a date, and the best friend has set up a hitman to bump him off. He bumps him off, and then the whole film's really about the mediumship and him getting in touch with the medium to give the closure to Molly and stuff. I hope that something's not going to happen tonight when I'm fucking giving him it. But you know what I mean? It's more the fact that it's someone's best friends betrayed them. So again, don't be paranoid, everyone out there. It's something you're either suspicious of or and yeah, there's so many ways that that could come about. Like this could be like someone's best friends like done the dirty on them with karmic energy or something, or you if this what, or this could be someone's got a fancy for your twin flame and like said they've either done something, you know, they've tried to do something or they've from afar thought I don't want them to get with them. So I don't know what one it is, but freeze a crowd in reverse. I mean, it's good that it's in reverse, but like it's a bit out of all those cards when that's so specific when it already came out upright. Is that a secret's coming out about something like that? Free's not a crowd anymore because I'm getting out of this. So whether that's a marriage and it's like, sorry, that's because yeah, because in my again, this is just my opinion now coming through, right? But it's God speaking through me, remember. If you found out that if you were in a I don't care if it's a marriage, if you found out that your best pal was like shagging your mother or something, it's like, get out now. That ain't going to end well. It reminds me of like Katie Price sort of stuff, you know, like it's again, I know everyone can be divided on her, but I kind of wrote a big massive post when I watched her four-part documentary. It was really brilliant. And if you're going to commit to watch it, talking about commit, I would watch it all to the end because it was very moving. I didn't realize she'd, again, trigger alert, but you know, I didn't realize she'd been SA as a child. It makes like 100% sense when you know the path she's went down. But it was quite specific, you know what I mean? It was some creep in the park or something. It just sounded, it was making my stomach feel, it's making me feel ill actually. Um, but yeah, it's more the fact that I think it's tragic that she's, you know, of all the, however marriages she's had, like, you know, that one of the guy who's, I think he's the father to her kids, it must have been love for Roxy. The Pretty Woman song, Richard Teasers and Richard, you're coming in a matter of days or weeks for someone. Um, Yeah, he was shagging two of her best pal. Like, what on earth? Like, and then I'm sure she says at one point she made sure she, sorry, I should laugh, but she made sure she hired an ugly nanny, and then he got on with the nanny too. Like that's and not it shouldn't be by the by, but the guy's not even like what on earth? Like maybe that's why he's doing it because but he's no nice looking around. But yeah, anyway, it's the fact that like that's just the lowest of the low. Something's, yeah. So it's like, you know your worth, whether you're a man or a woman. And if there's something, I mean, that's not just carrying it on, that's not going away with a random, is it? Or someone from your pet, like that's, and seriously, since I've said it, my stomach, I've got a pain in my stomach. Oh, fuck me. What is this? What on earth? Friends, fun support, but if people, sorry, I laugh when I get nervous. I don't always laugh when I get nervous. I don't actually laugh when I get nervous in real, in real life, as in like in personal scenarios, but I don't think. But I do when I'm doing this because I'm like, this is awkward. Look at that. When I've channeled this card, I always say the same thing. Oh, come on, come out with us, come and get drunk. Yeah, just don't bother about that person from the past. But with the way I'm channeling it, that can now be bringing in the other genders of things. Like, look, girl pals that have kind of manipulated men into, come out and drink, and then like maybe somebody's had a fancy for a divine masculine and kind of didn't want them to get into something serious. And I've channeled things like that before. It feels like people in unhappy relationships or even marriages that might want a wee piece of people in there. There's something with that. But again, it could be. But the first one I was more feeling like, because an example is a male betraying another male. Oh, yeah, I can see how it all goes. I don't know what that is. I'm tapping out of that. Oh shit. What was, look, soulmates, past life, true love. But Oh yeah, that's it. Look what was in the back, romantic gesture. So it's like someone, and also the fact that Pretty Woman's still on. So I always say the Richard Gere moment because he comes with the roses at the end. The guy with the roses on the card. It could, I think it is. Some things are happening at some divine masculines as she's dropping a chessboard playing games where they could be getting really, really badly betrayed by the wrong, karmic people. Potentially with things like that, where again, a karmic person's like done something with one of your pals or something, whether it's recent or in the past or something, and it's waking you up to true love and who you feel romantic about and what you want to pour energy into, or whether you want to turn a blind eye to stuff like that. And again, don't make that yours if it's not yours, but it's clearly someone's with freeze a crowd coming out like that because frozen out in the cold winter. Look, a tower moment's happening, but then there's a reconciliation, a twin flame union that comes from it. It must have been love, but it's over now. Must have been good, but I lost it somehow. It's on the cards. Because of an affair. What the fuck? Sorry, I need to put these cards away. Sneaking around secret love. But I think they keep going, what the hell? They keep going back to there's some type of, so again, for me, freeze a crowd and affair. It has to be that whoever's in the equation watching this, somebody watching this, you're in a serious relationship, whether it's a marriage or a serious relationship, and there's somebody interfering in that, however you want to take that, whatever genders everyone is. Or for some, it could be, the secret affair is an emotional affair where a karmic partner suspects somebody wants to be somewhere else. But it is literal for other ads, you know what I mean? It's just that too many cards are coming out about cheating. And again, it doesn't surprise. What's that card? I can't remember getting it, but it's the one about inner work. I'm not surprised because, like I said, the full moon on Friday is illusion, confusion, lies, deception, secrecy. It's the secrets coming out. And what do I always say? I don't like it, but I'm the person that brings everyone's secrets out. Like, ironically, I'm actually very good at confidentiality and stuff like that, but it's kind of like, um, if you've got nothing to be guilty of or nothing to hide, you should, you know what I mean? If you're integrity, you should, you know what I mean? You're all good. If you've been doing something wrong, be worried. And not because of me, like, I just mean it's, yeah, that's what that filming does. That was in reverse signs and synchronicities. Someone's been ignoring all the signs. Some things take time for the penny to drop. Aries, Leo, Sag, three people, well, it's not three people, it's a goat, a lion, and a horse. Spiritual awakening, yeah. So again, it's part of someone's spiritual awakening. There's something. What it kind of screams to me is like something had to be really brutal to wake you up. So it does feel like some kind of weird betrayal by a karmic lover and a karmic friend, I would say. Best friend, because it's a guy's best friend. Mind games, taking advantage, playing with feelings, string along, commitment, and it's a marriage. Marriage, soulmate energy, sharing goals, long-term happiness, but oh dear. Evidence. Law enforcement, temptation, criminal history, avoiding the 12. It's in reverse. Someone's going to get caught. Approaching voicemail, awaiting text. So, but it feels again, it feels like a karmic energy is going to get caught doing something, whether they're male or female, whether you're male or female, same sex, and then it frees somebody to go where they want, perhaps where they were in denial, or you were in denial that something was going on behind your back, not facing the truth, dismissal, refuse to give in, contradicting. Fucking hell. Right, that's enough of that's enough internet today. Right, so tell us some of the good stuff. What on it? Yeah, look, honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation, and I think this was just still one. I hadn't done another one, so that's all. Is that all from the same thing? I don't know if that was a second, but I really don't know if that's the same collective where their mum's been giving them bad advice. Fuck, if that's all the same thing that someone's mum convinced them to stay with somebody or get with somebody over someone else, and then that person's ended up doing the dirty on them with their best pet. If that is the actual story, that is some fucking spiritual awakening, all right. That is brutal. So I'm sorry if that's happened to anyone out there, male or female. Um, but if you're the feminine, that your masculine will, if they choose to take, will might be coming in with that. So you see how that would work, where I've had instances like that where, this person might think you're not going to believe them, but then if you caught this and that felt like yours, and then your person comes in and says that, well, it could be the case that they saw this, but you know what I mean? We're not that big a channel, but you know what I mean? It's that I think that's what it's to do. So we'll do another one because there's nobody really around that's chatting. We'll just right, give me another. What is someone else's masculine? So remember that was asked for days. So within the week, or however you want to take that, would you take? How would you take days? In less than a week, that's what someone's going to be coming forward telling you, which would fit with secrets coming out around the Pisces full moon. Hello, Casey, how are you doing? Um, Give me another one that's in days, and then I'll ask about weeks. What is another masculine? Everything I do it for you. It's just come on again. 22nd, so something could have happened on Saturday. Oh, justice. Equity, rightness, triumph, truth, law. So somebody could be saying they've been going through, well, a divorce or some sort of legal situation. It could actually be a legal situation that hasn't went their way and it's caused an ego death. Or it's just an injustice if it's not a legal situation because we've got the Six of Wands in reverse. Private, personal success, fall from grace, ego. Or someone's going through karma and it's not going to do with legal or I didn't get my notification, but I swear I just know when you're on any. Yeah, I'm like that with people I like too. Like it's scary. Like I literally am the first person to like some of my favorite people's videos. Um, I just know too. And sometimes it's weird when it's like, something random like 4 in the morning or something or different time. Like it's my guides tap me on the shoulder, so I know what you mean. They can't stop us. They might not send out the notifications, but they can't stop us. Oh, I just saw the tower as I was shuffling. Someone's going to come in a shocking way in your life if this is for you. It's destined that that happen. Adversity, deception, upheaval, chaos, revelation, but it's destined that this person just turn up at your door after going through some kind of bad karma, but feeling like they got their shit together. Wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline. He looks quite smarmy. He's like, hey, check me out with my big pile of money. But that's also the card I showed earlier where the guy's like, I'm steering my sunflower wheel. I got it going on. It's just feeling safe and secure and I'm the man. Um, Now what is this? Wait a minute. Yeah, Pentacles. Hmm. Sorry I didn't put the work in before. I was misdirected either by my own ego or by listening to other people, or a bit of both. I had more growing up to do. I was greedy. I didn't want to share my energy. Or it's like I didn't want to share with you because I felt I would fall in too deep. Whereas if I shared with other people, I can keep them at arm's length. But I don't want to hold back anymore. Because I'm the king of fucking wands, baby. So it's like I'm I'm a passionate leader. What does that say again? Natural leader, visionary, long-term success. So again, this is what I said on the shorts that I don't know if it's been published yet, but I think it has. But on some of the shorts, it was a lot about masculine stepping into, leadership, and I mean that's already come through in this again. Um, Like, I'm the King of Pentacles, I'm the King of Wands, I'm grounded, but I'm also passionate. I know I didn't put the hard work, I didn't put any work in some cases, or I didn't put enough in, or I didn't put anything in. I didn't even want to be in your life. I held back. I don't want to hold back now. Sorry, I played games. I want to rush in. Or it's not even I want to rush in. The rush, I can't let you go. Fuck this, but it's in reverse. I can't say fuck this. I tried. I can't. Yeah, sorry for procrastinating. I still had more growing up to do. I fucking regret it. And I can't, there's nothing. Yes, it's that card again. It's, I fucked up. I fucked up. And you don't need to forgive me, but I want you to forgive me. And I'll always love you. Because I'll always love you, Zon. And it's specifically the bit where she runs back to him from the plane. This guy could have also kept an eye on you, like in the bodyguard. Like, he's never far away, because obviously he's her bodyguard. But and remember, there's a bit in that too where they sleep together, but then he's kind of goes back on it and he's like, "We can't do this and stuff." And then she kind of tears him a new one. You know what I mean? It's like I can't really remember what that's about. Really, it's a bit of that kind of annoying energy of he's fallen in love with her, but he knows she's very vulnerable, so he doesn't want to be another guy that's fucking her up, kind of thing. So it's good. So maybe with me channeling it like that, it's like somebody saw you like that. And yeah, like you said, this person was immature. They played games with other people. Yeah, they felt like they were going to fuck you about. Conflict, disagreement, competition, defeat. But again, could specifically be they chose someone else over you. But don't worry about that. Again, we need to feel sorry for the other person, really, because it's always the way that it can take a long time to come out the woodwork, but it's usually that you're the one that got away that they never forgot. So the other one might be sitting down playing Happy Families and sitting having their tea with them, but so it really depends. Some people are happy with that though, because they're the ones that are going to bed with them and stuff. And but I mean, I wouldn't be happy with that because I wouldn't be able to sit there someday and they're daydreaming and fantasizing about someone else. And let's face it, in some case, I'm not even going there, but I think we know what I was going to say next. When I said going to bed, I didn't even mean like that, but then my mind went there like that. It's like, yes, again, also being shouted at like that. Look, some of them, whether you're a man or this is some of you, could be in a situation where someone's just like fucking constant like ag. You know what I mean? Oh shit. Why did I get myself in this? Delay, frustration, resisting. Yeah, someone's going to say, look, well, they might not say exactly like this, but I resisted this connection and got myself into a right mess. And I just kept thinking about you, kept thinking about the past, kept thinking about how happy I was in the past and spying on you. And whilst being manipulated and being lied to and by a nasty Queen of Swords. And again, it's the one that specifically calls her bitchy. Overly emotional, easily influenced, bitchy and cold. A manipulative woman. Oh, and it's the King of Swords that came out. So somebody that could be somebody someone's divorcing or just split up from. And they were being okay and it was the karmic energy was really toxic. Now again, it's never just as straightforward as that. But because she's in reverse and he isn't, oh shit, and this started off with the injustice. So that's kind of shit, because that could be like somebody's karmic energies got away with something, either legally or just it's not fair. Because they could have manipulated the courts, that's really specific, but that happens. Yeah, someone's coming forward with a romantic offer, and that's again, Virgo season's about specifics, so I'll probably be being very specific, but I am anyway, because my Pluto, there's loads of reasons. My Pluto and Scorpio in the 12th house, and also my Sun in the house of Virgo. And because I went through all of that, I'm taking a break, and I wondered if you wanted to come with me. And what's funny about this is it's a woman in a bikini, and for ages I didn't realise the man was standing behind her. Can you see that? You can see his shorts and his wee head peeking out, but I just thought it was a woman standing behind, like beside a tree. But isn't it funny? Because I believe that was quite symbolic. Like I'm a woman that's been on my own for over 20 years, so yeah, I just saw the woman, and then I was like, oh. And then it was only, it's been a while now, but I was like, all right, there's a guy standing behind them, behind her. So, but yeah, holiday. Enjoy the change of scenery to spice up your love life. So, again, what was that? I've lost the fucking thread. Somebody's coming forward after injustice, getting away from what feels like a nasty tongued fucker is what I call the Queen of Swords in reverse, or bitchy is what that card says, yeah. Wanting a holiday. Oh, hello, Jazzy Bella. How are you? Um, if you wait a minute, I will do that for you. Thank you. Yeah, so everybody else, if you weren't aware of that, you can do what Jazzy's. Are you new? You can do what Jazzy's done if you want, and just donate anything, and I'll pull you a couple of cards. Or you can use what's pinned in the chat, and then I'll specifically go with what that is. But benefit, yeah, give this person the benefit of the doubt. Give well, if you only if you want to, give your relationship a chance. Hear this person out. Forever young. There's definitely something about with the Six of Cups coming out being about reminiscing about the past, but it can specifically be your childhood or when you were younger. This person's got a lot of memories from when you were younger and like fantasizes about it and stuff. And they resisted the spirit soul path for a long time, but they're going to just spring up unexpectedly. Opposites attract. Understanding what this connection's about. Wanting to make it happen, manifest it, yeah, and look, no more third party, freeze a crowd. Unless like that one connects to whatever else and someone's like, my karmic partner cheated on me, but I'm happy about it, done me a favour. Gave me the clarity I needed, that I deserve better, and also made me be honest with myself, change of perspective. But for some people it might just be I'm sorry that I chose somebody else. And I'm glad that you knew your worth and didn't like. I think that's somebody saying, I'm glad you didn't like put all of my crap because you having strong boundaries with me just kept me dreaming about wanting to be in your life and that you wouldn't let me be in your life because you don't just want you don't want me for one night, like you want me for the long term. So it's like I feel somebody saying like this is agony. Like all my friends are fake. They're karmic. They're not real. And I'm stuck just like, fuck. The only way I can get in touch with the person I love is send them a paper plane. I shuffled and that came out again. Fake friends. Incoming communication. I love that it's like I was asking about what's going to happen in a matter of days for some people. And it's constantly coming through like communication. Right, we'll do your message now. So what's coming towards me? Like, Jazzy, are you brand new? Because I will do that, but just so that everyone knows, I don't do like that's not the way I read. I don't usually I don't take questions. I know some other people do, but it's just yeah, I've never done it that way. I just see what comes out. But as long as you're aware that I will ask, but I might pick up on your past, your present, or your future, and there's no way of knowing what one it is, so you can tune in and yeah, take it with a pinch of salt. So if it resonates, it resonates. But that's why I don't mind doing the general. And when I'm in a personal session, I'd say the sort of same thing, but I just think it restricts it too much. Like I just think, see what comes out. But right, let's see. What have we got for Jazzy? Right, okay, so the problem we've got here is, so bear in mind what I said. I like these ones though, because I'll feel into it. So I've pulled soulmate, but I've pulled it in reverse. So I will read the bottom bit, but it matters that I pulled it in reverse. You have found your romantic counterpart. So they're either talking about a past relationship that turned out to be karmic, but I think they're talking about it because of what I've been saying about, if you didn't see from the start, we've got a Venus retrograde coming up, towards the end of the year. So it's only a few months away. And Venus retrograde, like a Mercury retrograde, can bring people, can drag people back to the past. But because it's in Scorpio and Scorpio's about sex and desire and taboo and secret, like it's all, it's addiction and stuff, codependency. There's definitely something coming through about someone that wasn't, your twin flame. If you're, are you on the twin flame journey? So I check that first because most people that get drawn to the chat are. In fact, everyone that gets drawn to the chat is, even if you think you're not. But okay, and I'm always fair about things, but something wasn't the real deal, or if you're in something, it's not the real deal, or be aware of someone coming into your life that's not. Well, it's not a forever person, and that's okay. It depends what you're in. Single, you're worthy. Your worth doesn't depend on others. Right. Well, I feel it's a warning then about, yeah, because I was speaking about the Venus retrograde, so I know it's a wee while. It's not that far off though. It's like I said, it's October. When we go into that Venus retrograde, just be aware of somebody from the past that might pop up and remember your worth. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person, particularly if you had a tendency to kind of, it's a thing people tend to do when they're younger, but it doesn't always have to do with age. It's to do with, however much you've worked on yourself, or, sometimes it can be, if you, I don't know if you've got a weakness for someone or something, but it's like, just remember your worth. And don't try to change yourself to sort of fit the mold for that person. So again, whether this is like somebody you've already had something with and they're going to pop up to test if you know that you deserve better, or whether this is like a past life connection or something arising. Because again, and that's very relevant because your ex is an Aries, right? Well, it's relevant because Pisces is about the past as well, and absolutely about past life connections too. So I don't know if you were here when I was saying that, but I did say about, anyone can have that, but I strongly feel, well, I know because the sessions I've done, and I know because I know when that's happened to me over the years as well, where somebody comes into your life and it's like there is a weird energy there, but I don't know how other people feel it, but I'm like, no. And it's not because you don't find person attractive, it's just like don't go there. And my belief is a lot of people just go there and then they'll, it's not like you're doing it wrong, but it's like, yeah, I just feel some people are more attuned to don't even get into that. And it's why, I don't resonate with many people's general messages. There are some people I really do, but I don't always resonate with everything because a lot of people, can be telling a story of when they got caught up in a relationship and this kind of, and it's like, it's not like that's never happened to me, but because that happened to me so young, and then it's like I went through it so young, so that I then went on a journey healing myself, and then obviously, yeah, obviously the twin flame connection too. But I've never been in a relationship with my twin flame. It's complicated, but it was just it was a casual thing that obviously feelings got involved. But it's kind of like it's something like that, like just make sure whoever it is that turns up, that you're worthy just as you are. And right, that's kind of funny that. Look at this, right? Again, this is what I mean. This is for you to work out. Karmic soulmate, life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. So it's about, if this is a future message, this is what can be frustrating. And remember, my name's Crystal Clear Vision, so they're not going to get me to call me that for no reason. If this doesn't make any sense, hold on to it. But I do feel it is somebody from the actual past or someone from a past life that's going to be tempting. And I think they're going to be tempting because, like I said, Venus and Scorpio is very sexy. So they ain't gonna send you an ugly fucker. Do you know what I mean? The devil's not going to turn up looking ugly. They're going to be looking like a hard lady or a hard man. But you're just going to have this feeling like, I don't think this is a good idea. But again, this is what I mean. Some people get their wee cheapy frills out of that, and then they do it, and you get caught up in all sorts of shit. And it's, it's like I said, it's some people's lessons. Um, but there's somebody else that is you're going to be the one, the twin flame if you're on that journey, but life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance, and that's what you deserve. So you'll know when you're in that. It feels like everybody else that gets drawn to the chat. So again, did you say whether you are are you new to the channel or have you followed silently? I don't know whether you would have said hi before or not, but it's kind of like everybody that gets drawn that talks in the chat anyway is the masculine energy, whether you're male or female, because this feels typical of a masculine dilemma. And remember, masculine doesn't mean male, it's just in the, it's like there's a choice between two. And perhaps that's why I've said, oh, I don't do question. I mean, it's not, again, it's not like if, for anyone else watching, it's not like if somebody asks a question, I'm always going to say, no, I probably would do it, but it's just, it's not the way I really work. But it's, oh, you're new, right, fine. Well, do you understand what I mean by when I'm saying that? Because if you don't, like, that's fine. Um, just I would advise you if you resonate, just watch my general stuff and you'll see the way that I read. Like watch the ones I've done today. Like when because I know some people say it in a different way, but when I say masculine and feminine, when I say masculine, I'm not meaning like if I am meaning male or female, I actually say male or female. So just to be clear on that, because I've got so many females that talk in the chat, but every single one of them is the masculine energy and they know that. Um, and then we've also got some males that can identify with being the feminine energy. And we've also got males that are the masculine energy. We don't have any females that talk that are the divine feminine energy. And that's only people that talk in the chat, because there's not a lot of people talking in the chat. There'll be some that watch. But yeah. And again, my divine feminine sisters out there, if you want to book a session, you trust me, I would be honoured because it would be a breath of fresh air. But if I'm helping you from afar, that's fine too. But that's what I mean by this feels like a dilemma of it's like a yeah, it's what I call a test of the devil. So just be careful there. It's not like it's I would see it as when I'm looking at these cards, if you choose the person that's the karmic soulmate, again, you might have a lot of fun, but there's going to be something that happens there that teaches you a lesson. And it might be one you could do without. And then it's like the next person that comes in is the one, the life partner. But they wouldn't, I don't think I'd be channeling it like this if it wasn't a thing of like, you could actually just avoid that person by tuning in. It's not a coincidence I'd actually said that already in the collective and then that came out, right? Is there anything else? It's someone that spies on you. Page of Swords. New idea, curiosity, knowledge, communication. Yeah, some again, I said what I said, they're just talking through me. A karmic soulmate is gonna that keeps an eye on you somehow, some way. Or this could even be someone saw you from afar somewhere and liked the look of you. And they're gonna approach you at some in the gym, in a club, in a bar, supermarket, anywhere. They're gonna make communication. Which could be flattering, but you're not interested. You know what I mean? Or, like I've said, you're in, you might fancy them, but you've got to tune into whether it's a good idea or not. Is it worth it? Depends it depends if you're wanting a serious relationship or if you're just wanting a hookup. Do you know what I mean? Giving, receiving, sharing, generosity, charity. Like wait for the one that gives equally. Lack of progress, procrastination, lessons. Otherwise, it's going to be a lesson. Even I'm like, that's what I said. Yeah, it's going to be a lesson. Look, and then you're like, oh fuck. In this case, you're the man. You're the man that's like shit. Because look, two people, forget the genders here, whatever gender, look, two people, and you're going to be the man in the collective that I've been channeling about. that you picked the wrong one. But this is what I mean. It's not, is it the wrong one? When I say it's the wrong one, it's because the energies I'm picking up on, you feel like you picked the wrong person because you want the other one you didn't pick. But I see it as you had to pick the wrong one or the karmic person to learn what you needed to learn to understand how you feel. Now, not all divine feminines are going to see it like that. I feel ones that have done the work and really get what they will talk like that. But again, yeah, that's not. I can't believe repeating the same shit I say all the time. But not all divine feminines will speak like that. But I see it that way because I'm a Sag moon. It's about learning and teaching, seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, you could always be wondering if, they're thinking, what would have happened if I went with them? So I would rather it goes that way, personally. But yeah, there's something there about for you. Conflict, disagreement, competition, defeat. Like you could pick somebody else and be regretting it and wish you went another way. Is my ex a soulmate, karmic, or twin flame? Well, this is the thing that Jazzy Bella, like I feel over a chat, that's not yeah, that's only something you're going to be able to work out for yourself on your journey. Or I can help people with that in a session, but I don't personally think that that's a good thing to be, you know, asking in a chat because it's too much of a, I mean, actually, to be honest, to be blunt, when I'm thinking about what I've channeled and what the cards are saying, I think the answer's in there. Like you're worthy of a life partner. Your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. And watch back what I said for the other one, soulmate in reverse. I think the answer's there. Who's showing up and giving equally? Or if it's not happening, watch what they do when they show up. Let go of the past, right? Like I'm the message is over, but it clear energy to allow more love in your life. I think the message is it. I think the answer's there. So love language affirmations. Loving words hold great power. Yeah, physical connection in reverse, look. We're going to leave it on this. I'd say whoever is from the past, I'd say there is a strong sexual connection there that would fizzle out at some point, which is why they're saying let go of the past, and which is why soulmate is in reverse. And someone else is going to show up at some point, potentially hasn't showed up yet, that is the one that will be worth it. So it doesn't mean you don't have fun with the other one, you don't fancy them, and that's what they're saying. Be careful, especially in a couple of months. Come back in a couple of months and let us know what's been said. Maybe I'll just stay single. Well, maybe the answer is stay single until the one that's worth it puts in the effort. You know what I mean? Because it just feels like the first energy I was tuning into, I can feel the attraction there, but there's going to be a lesson from it, and yeah, it doesn't feel like a good lesson. So take from that what you will, but let us know. Right, okay, so is there anyone else that wants a personal message, or because I actually need a pee, and oh, wait a minute, when did I come on? Yeah, I suppose I did come on late, but how the fuck is it already quarter to? How does that happen? It's already quarter to 11. It's crazy. I mean, there's no one interested in me. We'll pour all that love into you and look out for the opportunities once you've poured more love into you. It's kind of given that energy of don't just go back to the past because you're lonely. And I'm not saying that is how you're feeling, but I definitely, there's a wee warning there. Right. Heart Lotus. Yeah, look, the women's, this isn't your message now. This is collective, but it might still resonate. Look, the naked, vulnerable woman's curled up in a ball. That's not given get out and date. Just saying, guys. Rising from the depths, leadership, pioneering the way. It's kind of like take the steering wheel of your own life, whether you're a man or a woman, and take heed of the fact that when we go into Venus retrograde, everybody take note of you could be put in some tempting, compromising positions where, yeah, temptation comes your way, whether you're single or in a relationship or even in a marriage. And it's going to be down to you what you do about that and what path you pick. And if you don't want to be the man or the woman with the head down and the hand, I think we all know the one. Yeah, if you don't want to create, oh shit, if you don't want to create painful endings in a marriage or in a happy relationship because you're being a knight of wands, then take note of that. We're going for the guy. Anyway, we know the card. The card, the fuck is it? We know the one, but I'm kind of wanting to find it. Yeah. This is what we want. If that's not what you want, then that's not what you want. But I'd say we want the Two of Cups. We want the long term. We want the united love, partnership, mutual attraction. You want to be going to sleep at night, not like the guy crying on the pillow guy, the worried one, or the worry. You want the real deal, the best friend, the lover, to avoid the heartbreak. And the Ten of Pentacles. You want to be set with the one. And you don't want to be left spying on the one that you wish you'd given the opportunity to, whether you're a man or a woman. You want your fate to lie in the happily ever after. Unless you don't want that. I'll always take a message from you, but don't want to stop you from going to pee. Yes. Well, how many people are here? How are you doing that, Heather? Do you purchase them from somewhere, or are they given like ones? Because I noticed that I was trying to see when I was on other people's if they're just like giving them out, or do you need to like get them from somewhere? But thank you for the jewels. Um, what was I going to do? Yeah, basically, I think what I'm going to do is who in the chat wants a card, and then oh, it says I keep earning them. Oh, right, interesting. Yeah, basically, let me know if you want a card, and um. That's hilarious. I don't know. Yeah, just basically let me know if you want a card, and if anyone wants like a more substantial message. To be honest, like I know I've put in the details at the top, but I'm really tired and I kind of just want to go. So like to be blunt, but um, so yeah, you can donate for a message, or you don't need to, and I'm just gonna pull whoever's here and I'm gonna go. To be blunt, to be real. So. I'm already getting into Pisces full moon energy. I don't even think it's anything to do with being out the weekend. Well, maybe a bit of both, but let's see. What have we got for Katie? Five of fire. So that's the five of wands. So again, is there a bit of conflict going on or conflict within yourself? War with yourself? Or is there something around you going on? But of course, this message will be quite positive because these are all Um, they're just all really positive. But creative brainstorming, unity and diversity, honouring differences. See what I mean? I like them though. I have the freedom to explore the ideas that seem the most far-fetched. What seems crazy today proves tomorrow to be brilliant. Like a child, willing to stretch your imagination. When a new playmate comes in the garden, I'm open to new people, new ideas, intrigued by what is novel and unfamiliar. This is a time for what is counterintuitive, for appreciating ideas from out in left field and what they might offer. There you go, that's your one. Heather, would you like one? Oh, Heather, there you go. I'm going to assume you do. I'll wait until you say yes. Nine of water, so you got the nine of cups, the wish fulfilled, the wish fulfillment card. Um, And be quick, people, if anyone else wants one, because I am wilting. I'm not going to go to sleep, but I'm going to go and watch the shitty end of Once Upon a Time and get over a bit. It's so yawn. It's like boring. I'm gonna go. I'm tempted to start watching it all over again, to be honest. But I think I'll find heroes. Oh fuck. Um, Dreams come true, wishes fulfilled, completion, enjoyment, contentment, achievement of desire. It is right to say no to what isn't right for me, and now is my time to experience wishes fulfilled, the sweet harvest that came about from seeds I planted. If it's not a fuck yeah, it's a fuck no. And again, that is the energy of the Pisces full moon because that can be about no boundaries. So anyone that's wanting your help or I don't know, wanting to dump all their crap on your just look, we can all be that person at some point, right? And most people watching this channel, you definitely are going to be that, probably more than most. But if there's one weekend where please just put yourself first, unless, if someone's really going through the thick of it and tune in for your own personal situation. But we all need to hermit and Pisces full moon, if you're extremely sensitive, which I am, and a lot of you will be, just really just put yourself first, like protect your energy because everyone's going to be in victim mode in some sort of way, whether you're just privately doing that yourself or people around you you'll notice will be more in victim mode. Um, Unless, people might be experiencing mystical, magical, going with the flow and touch your feminine energy, but because it's an eclipse, I'd say there's a bit of something going on for everyone, you know. And like I said, if you've not got some sort of chaos going on, right? Well, if you're on the twin flame journey, if you're in the peace, some of you have got a tornado coming your way with the masculine, or you are the masculine. It's not everyone, but it's definitely some people. Um, but yeah, basically protect your boundaries. I drink in the aroma of successful endeavour, take pride in my hard work and achievement, and savour the satisfaction of a job well done. I deserve to pause and acknowledge all I co-created, and I do it joyfully. So I feel this is something about. I mean, you'll know what it's about, but I feel it's something to do, if you go back to school and like, like getting somewhere you actually want to be. But whatever it might be about something else. So, oh yeah, yeah, oh wait a minute, it is that. I completed my first day of school. There you go. Yeah, it's like, happy to be starting that journey. I'm completely resonate with that and I know what you're talking about. Good. I'm in a house full of narcissists. If they're going more victim mode than me, oh fuck, that's why you got the Five of Wands. See what I mean about how that's like la di da di da, la la la. But the Five of Wands is being in a house full of narcissists. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not specific. It might specifically say that. I never really bother to read. It's like the books on it, but it's conflict. So yeah, it would totally be that. So sorry to hear that, but um. I would maybe be, grabbing your tea and your cups of tea and that getting right back in the room. Do you know what I mean? Like create if you're like Katie and you're in a situation where you can't get a lot of space, please go to the places where you can. So, go for an extra long bath or go for a walk or you know what I mean? Hopefully you're in a position to be able to say, I need a bit of time myself. I know some people, have got family and whatever, flatmates and friends and stuff that won't, but you have to get your power back. Anyone that resonates with that, if you feel like you can't get your power in that situation, I've got tons of things on the playlist, shamanic journeys, to do that. Because, like for instance, the one, oh fuck, I keep forgetting I found that jumper. Remember, well, people that have been here a long time, I lost this jumper right like years ago, and it's quite simple, but it's like a black jumper. I think it's maybe got a tiny bit. I don't think it's a polo neck. It's like a little bit of a neck up here, and it's got cut out like holes at the shoulder. But I just really liked it, and I'm wearing that basically in that shamanic journey for getting out of a karmic situation. And then I never found it, but I found it again a few weeks ago. I've probably lost it. I think it's in the pile of jumpers. So, um, but anyway, I'm just saying because it'll get a bit starting getting colder soon. So I'm like, yeah, I can wear that jumper, but. Yeah, anyway, that one, it's something about getting out of a karmic situation. That doesn't need to be like getting out of a relationship. That could be like a friendship that's going down the pan. You don't know how this is going to wrap up amicably. It can be a romantic relationship. It could be a family that's causing trouble. It could be anything. It could be you want to get out of an addiction, a bad habit. Watch it with that intention. And people, yeah, like I said, people have said that it's helped them get off drugs or alcohol or um any other type of addictions. So it's worth a go. And I was talking to someone today, like, on the phone that they were giving me the feedback about when they watched my journey and it felt like, a dark cloud had lifted. So that's what they're there for when I'm going through my own shit or I've got a lot of clients or, or just whatever. But anyway, guys, I am actually fucked. So I'm going to go. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to go. So have a lovely rest of your Monday. Be kind to yourself in this eclipse energy. If you're feeling the intensity, you're not imagining it is intense. I'm feeling it too. Um, and yeah, I might go live tomorrow or I'll go live on Wednesday. I won't be going live on the actual eclipse because I really can't stand the Pisces filming. Just keeping it real. I will be doing sweet fuck all. So that's my plan. That's always my plan on a Pisces moon, but definitely. I don't want to miss a thing just came on. Ocean Guardians. Look, Oceanic Guardians. That's about water. Pisces is drowning in the fields. Spirit Guardians, rites of passage. So tune in to your spirit guardians, your power animals, your light beings. What is it you need this week? Silver lining, second chances, the blank slate. Make sense of all the collective stuff. Some people are coming in for second chances. There's a silver lining in all of this. Try to find it. Reminds me of Silver Linings Playbook. Again, that's a brilliant film if you haven't seen it, so I wouldn't spoil, I'm sure lots of people have, but if you haven't seen it, but it's got a bit in it where it's like it's a crime if you don't pay attention to the signs. Something like that. And then there's a wee twist at the end, you know what I mean? But it's really funny as well. Um, but yeah, second chances. Oh yeah, I suppose there is a female, like the guy keeps going on about his wife and it gets draining for the girl that's helping him. He's like they're it's like they're falling in love with each other, but he's like but yeah, so somebody could have been just a bit confused and kept getting pulling back to the past. And now they've got the clarity on moving forward where they want to be and coming forward for a second chat. Yeah, because yeah. Anyway, just because that reminded me of that. Right. Cheese on toast, getting through the last of these boring episodes, and yeah, that's my plan. Enjoy the rest of your night, and you'll see my hands tomorrow at least, and you might see my mug again tomorrow if I decide to go live. Because I think it's because, let me just check that for a go. I think it's because it's Aquarius moon tomorrow. It will be. I know it is. So, and I like, it's galactic. And the messages are already feeling very galactic with the Soul Mission and Starseed stuff coming out, but yeah. I'll either go live tomorrow night again or Wednesday. It'll just depend how I sleep. But yes, good night to yous as well, and it was nice to catch up with some of yous for a wee bit, but I'm going to honour my energy levels. Again, I don't think that's bad getting through a hat trick of live streams when with I wouldn't call it a 2-day hangover, but I could possibly be very tired until it reaches, well, Friday, the lunar eclipse. But Pisces is about exhaustion, burnout, so open your eyes. Oh, God, guys. They're not letting me go. Look, open your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I can see all the different scenarios that fits with. The cheating bastards or bitches out there. The cheating bastards or bitches, whoever they are out there, getting caught out. So karmic energies that are watching, sorry, but the writing's on the wall there. I think the gig's up, jig's up, whatever the fuck that is. Um, yeah, for some twin flames as well, I can see how, if someone's showing you who they are, believe them the first time. That doesn't need to mean they're never going to grow into being what they've got the potential to be. But if someone is showing you who they are and it's not in alignment with what you want for your life, then you need to take that on board. And it's kind of like what I said to Jazzy. Um, I think you could have a lot of fun with that, with someone's energy that I was picking up on, but I think it's going to end up being a bit of a heartbreak, a lesson that you're kind of like, oh, right. Um, Again, I don't know everybody's levels of how easy you can say no to temptation. Do you know what I mean? Some people haven't got fucking any energy to say no to temptation. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's actually very relevant because Pisces energy, especially Pisces moon, because it's going to be a Pisces moon actually. Men and women, I've known tons of Pisces, you don't know how to say no. So that can get into very awkward situations, and then you might feel shit about it after because you're like, I didn't even fucking like that person that much. So again, that kind of springs to mind with like alcohol, because even being a Pisces moon alone, if you fall in the shadow of it, you could escape into something. You're like, what the fuck was that? Do you know what I mean? Or you can tell I've helped a lot of people with this. Or um a lot of Venus and Pisces people do that too. You get confused by like or like love goggles for a narcissist for like the wrong person, or just like something that wasn't, all the glitters isn't gold that came out today. But add in alcohol and anything else, you really lower the chances of being able to be disciplined with temptation. You're going to make some bad choices if you don't. Only if that resonates. But yeah, open your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them. That can also be about some people around you, the friends and the family that have come out in this for some people's messages. Some people are showing you who they are, and it's about are you willing, are you willing to see the truth? Oh dear. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? How do you feel about me now that you've had 5 years to reflect? Have I given you enough time? How do you feel now that you've had 20 years to reflect? Have you had enough time? Do you know what I'm saying? That's different for different people. Have you had enough time to reflect? How do you feel about them? Someone might be coming in to ask that. Would I be yeah. Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? But think about that. Would somebody actually text you and say, would I be rejected? Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you want me? Well, but you are contacting me, so you got over your fear to ask me if I was going to reject you. So clearly somebody wouldn't say that. It's like, and as if someone's going to be like, do you still want me? Well, they might, I don't know. Somebody's wondering if you're still thinking about them after all this time, and they're wondering if you would reject them if they got in touch, and they're wondering if you still want them. They've been spending a lot of time in solitude, taking it easy, and they don't want to anymore. In silence, peace prevails. So whoever that wee message was for, I happen if sometimes I feel when I channel ones like that and I'm just going, it's like someone that's watching that is too afraid to say hi. Don't be afraid. Yeah, look, someone's going to come out their head of what I've just read on and be the emperor, the divine masculine. That's someone's divine masculine. It's like scared of being rejected, but they're going to emperor up and do it. Why the fuck are the same songs playing again? Now it's My Heart Will Go On again. Could have been a lot getting in the way, a lot of injustice getting in the way. Had to put the devil behind them. That's interesting, eh? That's interesting to me because that's the card I was meaning when I was saying that. And I've been using it again this week, but I hadn't used this deck for like about a year or so, or a long time anyway. Look, That's what I meant about. I mean, he's not my type, but I could appreciate he would be someone's. Look, hey, do you want that dairy milk? I know you're on a diet, but hey, do you fancy one more night? I'm your toxic ex, but just thought I'd pop by to see if you fancy. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like, or see if, look, that's a man on the card, but that could also be a woman. Like, I know exactly what to do, how to pull your strings and pull you back in. Don't think you can get away from me. Because he is controlling the puppet strings of a wee man that's like, oh, go away. I don't want you. It reminds me of that film Bedazzled. You know, it's Elizabeth Hurley and she's the devil. And like, you know what I mean? She's like, that's what I mean. Like, she's a hot woman, but he keeps making deals with the devil. And specifically throughout that whole film, because it's a really old film, but I watched it again not that long ago and I channeled when I was watching it. But it's like he fancies a woman at work and she's not giving him the time of day. And he keeps changing. Oh, that's also like what I gave in someone's message. He keeps trying to change himself to suit the woman at work. But every time he gets in a scenario, it's like he get it's a comedy, but I get what they're saying. It's like, you know, there's a scenario that he goes to where he's married to the one that he fancies, but she's cheating with the gardener. And also they're like they like say that, so they're American, and then it's like he wakes up in that life and he's talking Spanish and he can't work out what they're saying to each other. There's something like that. It's like, and the moral of the story is be careful what you wish for. So like he gets a scenario where he gets the one he wants, but she's cheating on him. So that actually could be someone's story. Like you were so determined to get somebody that you fancied, but the reality is a nightmare when you're actually in it because this person might not have any morals and they might be for everyone. Hopefully not for everyone, but that is what I said. Like, you know, they're not just for you. And then you've been putting hard work in a situation that doesn't lead to very much, or it leads to a broken heart that you have to heal from. And that's the truth. That was somebody's truth. That you're and or somebody's getting clarity on that now. An emperor. That's a bunch of emperors going through the look, manipulative queen, that someone's manipulative, that they invested in. So someone could also be like a manipulative water sign. Like and again, I'm not big on saying that in the signs, but it just popped into my head like, you know, Pisces, Cancer, a Scorpio. And someone like an overly emotional female or something that's managed to pull the wool over someone's eyes. But this masculine's like, I'm not being manipulated. I can't walk away from where I want to be. I can't walk away from the twin flame. But also, in the past, I let my twin flame walk away from me because she's walking off. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually accurate the way I'm trying to look. So he's in reverse. Yeah, look, in the past, I let the person I was passionate about walk away. I just let them walk away, and I chose the other situation. The blocks are being lifted. So it feels like blocks are being lifted. It's like God is like, it's time, I'll allow. So whatever things were blocking the that group of emperors from getting to their empress, the blocks are being lifted. But the blocks were put in because you fell for the devil's tricks. Again, it's so interesting to me how I've saying that, but that must be in the air. And if it's not in the air now, like I'm saying, be prepared for a rough autumn. October, November, autumn, winter. It's like, unless, like I said, unless the retrograde and, you know, the Venus retrograde in Scorpio pulls the sacred sexual energy of real twin flames together, but that's what could be going on around you is people trying to come back into both your, like, you know what I mean? You've got to be prepared for that. But yeah, if you're still in a separation, that could be a bit rough. So, practice discipline. Yeah, look, going to take all your strength, or you could end up in unhappy environments that you'll just need to walk away from anyway because it won't bring out the best in you. Anything else? And they're like, we said what we said. Some people are walking away saying fuck this to toxic connections because it makes you toxic being in it. And that's the truth. And also, look at the Five of Cups speaking out. The truth is, some people are depressed and unhappy, which would make you. It could make some people a King of Wands in reverse. I just want to run away from here and give to where I'm guided to. Fed up and bored and heartbroken because I missed an opportunity and there's nothing but conflict here and injustice. Or I could see that being a breakup or a divorce. Okay. And then, just in case you didn't get the message, beware of temptations. Devil. Right. I'm done now. There's lots of content today. So if I don't turn up tomorrow, you've got lots of stuff to watch. But like I said, I'll do the wee one oh, I'm finishing at 11:11. It's 11:10. It's about to be 11:11. So 11:11 could be significant. Look out for it. But yes.